Hey, it's Risa coming to you live on Friday for some heart-to-heart conversation. Type in, say hi if you're here with me live or if you're on the recording. Today is for you, sweetie. If you are feeling stuck in a relationship that you're not happy in, I'm going to give you 3 really powerful things that you can do right now to help you start to feel more clear about what direction you want to go in and what you need to do to be able to move ahead in your life. You ready? Let's take a breath. So here's the thing that I really want you to hear is that you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have a partner that it feels like a loving, supportive partnership, someone that you can enjoy your life with. And if you are feeling stuck in something that is not making you happy right now, then I want to give you 3 tools right now that you can do to just start to tune in and see what direction you want to go in. So first of all, I'm going to invite you, I know we do this a lot, just put your hands on your heart, take a breath. Just take a few nice breaths, have your hands on your heart. And let's just drop our awareness down into the heart area. You can close your eyes for a moment and just bring your attention within and just get out of our head for a minute. All those spinning thoughts, all that stress, all that worry. Just for now, just take a breath and drop your awareness down into your heart, into your body. And just feel into your heart and breathe into it as if you could breathe right in through the backs of your hands. And just feel into your heart, your beautiful heart. That's your place of truth, your place of peace, your higher, wiser self. And then just give yourself a little love, a little appreciation. Know wherever you're at right now, however you feel is perfectly fine. And what if you're exactly where you need to be right now to learn whatever it is you need to learn from whatever you're experiencing in your life. And when you're ready, you can just gently bring your attention back. And what I would tell you is that we can get out of our head and just drop down into your heart. Your heart always knows the truth. Like the body doesn't lie. The mind, that confusion, how it can keep spinning and, going back and forth into that little ping pong match in the head. Should I stay? Should I go? Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's not, right? That confusion can actually act like a protective mechanism. So when we can just stop, take a breath, and drop down into your heart, it's a really beautiful thing you can do for yourself anytime you just want to feel more calm too. But I would venture to say that you already know, your heart already knows, is this a relationship that is it possible for me to be happy in this? But I think somewhere, I know, like when I married my husband, I was still like, he kind of checked off all the boxes, and I just never really felt like there was always that question in the back of my mind. I kind of always knew that I was never really going to be that happy with him. And you know what? I married someone who wasn't really emotionally available. You know why? Because I wasn't emotionally available to myself, so it was kind of safe, sort of like attracts like. You attract from where you're at. So anyways, that's a whole nother long story for another day, but I would just venture to say that, somewhere deep down in your heart, you probably already know whether or not this is someone that you feel like you could be happy with or not. But here's there's two powerful questions that you can ask if it's not clear, because I know it's scary to contemplate. That's why we get into our head and it's like that protection mechanism. But I know it's scary, and there's a lot to consider if sometimes we don't really want to acknowledge to ourselves how we really feel, because it's too scary. It's perfectly understandable, honestly. But so here's another couple of questions that you can ask that I think are really powerful if you're looking for some clarity. And one is just to ask, was there a time Was there ever a time that you were really happy with this person? You know, looking back on my marriage, I can't say that I ever felt like, you know, that real happiness. But again, you know, like, I wasn't really happy with me. And so, you know, unless you're in the right relationship with yourself, nobody can ever make you happy. That's the crux of the work that you know, that I've been doing on myself all these years, that I help my clients with too. How do we get into a right relationship with ourselves? So the next other question you can ask yourself, it's I asked myself a lot, that helped me get really clear when I left my marriage, is just what's your motivation? What's my motivation for staying? Is it just fear? Is it because it's just comfortable? You know, and then there's a whole lot of reasons why, you know, like I said, there's a lot to consider. There's a whole lot of reasons why we stay stuck in things that aren't really working. And so that, again, is the coaching support that we usually need help with, to get that all sorted out and be able to process all those feelings and emotions that I do help my clients with as well. But I'll tell you something, it really just boils down to two things. If you're feeling stuck, it's either, you know, it boils down to fear, or there is part of you that still has some love for this person. You both still, there's, you know, you just are still trying to figure out if you can make it work. And so, you know, the mistake that I see most people making, most women making, is that we're trying to, you know, in order to figure it out, we're very focused on our partner and everything that they're doing wrong, or, you know, that's not making us happy. And we are very focused on the problem, which only keeps us stuck in the problem. You know, and so, you know, we're trying to get that other person to change, and trying to, you know, either fix or change or control. And what's the problem with that? There's a lot of problems with that, is that we don't have power. Did you ever notice? Right? We don't have the power to control how other people are going to choose to show up and how they're being. That's, you know, and that's just not our job, and to, you know, make other people be different. And so what do we do? I call this the power of one person, because you're 50% of the equation. And I say this lovingly, is that we don't have the power to control and make that other person be different. But we do have the power to choose how we want to show up, right? So this is my invitation for you today, is let's take back our power to choose how, you know, I might not like the situation, but I can choose how I want to respond to whatever other people are doing. I can choose how I want to show up, how I want to be for, you know, how I want to show up for myself right now. We say, you know, I might not like the situation, but I can like myself in it, and I can take care of myself in it. So that's the question. Like, what do you need to do right now to take care of yourself in this situation? And so this is the thing, my darlings, is that nothing's going to change until we do, right? Because the relationship, always say it's like a dance. And I know it's, if you're in this group listening to me right now, it's probably not such a fun dance. So we start to change how we show up. That changes the dance, right? You have a lot of power as one person to influence. When you change, everything changes. And again, it's not about getting that other person to change, but it's about us showing up as the people we want to be. How do I want to show up for myself right now, so I can be happy no matter what happens, no matter what I decide? And so I want to tell you, like, this is what I see. This was my mistake, and this is what I see is really at the root of all our challenges. You ready? You're ready for this? And I think, like, this is kind of how we're taught to do relationship, is like we all have sort of what would be called like codependent patterns, and maybe you relate to that word and maybe you don't. Like, I know in my situation with my husband at the time, who was struggling with alcoholism and depression, I didn't even know what that word meant. But you know what? If you feel like you're just not getting the love, the appreciation, the respect that you deserve and that you need, if you feel like you sometimes tolerate behavior that's really not okay with you because you don't want to create conflict, you don't want to rock the boat, or if you feel like you're not getting your needs met and you're the one that's kind of doing everything for everybody else, you sometimes say yes when you really don't want, when you really want to say no, then these are all signs that there's some level of codependency running. These patterns, like we all have our stuff, honestly, and so this is this is our job, this is our focus, is to just like, let's take responsibility for ourselves and let's look at how am I showing up, what are the patterns that I have that are running, and this is the kind of stuff that like we sort of need to clean up our own side of the street, so to speak, in order to get to the clarity we need, because as long as we are depending on another person to determine our well-being. Like I really learned from that experience in my marriage that I cannot make my emotional well-being dependent on another person and the choices they're making and how they're choosing to show up. And and so that was a big learning for me, is, well, how do we do that? How do we take back our power to not be in reaction to what other people are doing? How do we stay calm and centered within ourselves? This is all the work that I help my clients with, that I've learned how to do for myself. And I'm really excited to share with you. I'm in the process of creating a brand new program, you guys. It's going to be a beautiful group program, finally. I've mostly just been working with people privately, one-on-one, but there's such power in us gathering together in a group setting and sharing our experiences with people. So I'm really excited about this new program I'm creating. And I have a really special invitation for you. I'm going to be doing just what was called a beta test, just like the first time. I'm going to do it as a virtual half-day retreat, just 4 hours, so that I can share with you my best tools, my best tips, and just to, get us an opportunity to get some experience with it, so I can get your feedback, and just to kind of as a test, sort of a little focus group. So we're going to talk about what do you help you get really crystal clear on what do you really need in a partnership to be happy. We're going to talk about how do we free ourselves from these unconscious patterns that prevent us from showing up authentically, from speaking our truth, and from setting healthy boundaries. We're going to talk about, I'm going to give you actually a step-by-step process that you can use to make really clear, empowered choices, so that you can make the decisions that really honor who you are and know that you can be happy no matter what. So it's going to be Saturday, April 22nd, from 1 to 5 Eastern Time, which is 10 to 2 Pacific Time. And we'll have a little meal break in there, a little snack break or meal break, depending on what time zone you're in. But it's the value of this program would regularly be $497, but that's not what I'm offering for you as one of my beta testers. It's only going to be $47. And so I'm going to put a link into the comments, and again, it's just going to be a small group. Space is limited, so if you feel called to this, definitely go ahead and click that link and save your seat. Again, it's going to be Saturday, April 22nd, 1 to 5 Eastern, and it's going to be a beautiful experience. In exchange, I'm just going to ask for your feedback, see, if there's anything you feel like we could have done differently or done better, just to make sure that I'm making the program how it can best serve you, making it the best it can be. I want to just try it out and give us a beautiful half-day retreat experience. It's really going to be, I'm going to give you my most powerful tools for how to release these old patterns. And again, to get really clear on what you need to be happy and how to make those clear, empowered choices. And so it really is going to be a life-changing experience. You're going to come away with some really powerful tools that you'll be able to continue to use. So feel free to drop a comment below if you have questions, or you can private message me. I'll be happy to speak to you further about it. But definitely go ahead and click that link if you're interested in that, or message me if you have questions. And so just take another breath, and just to review again for today, to help you find the clarity you need, you can always drop into your heart, breathe into it, and just give yourself a little love, a little comfort, and know that, your heart probably somewhere deep down in there already knows, and it's okay if you're scared, if it's okay if you're not able to get that clarity. A couple other clarifying questions are, was there a time when I ever was happy with this person? That's a good clue. Or what's my motivation? What's my motivation for staying? So I'm excited to share this retreat with you guys and help you really get some, take a deeper dive into all of this and get really clear on what you need to do to move ahead and know that you can be happy no matter what. And you deserve nothing less, my darling. So I'm sending you lots of love. Please go ahead and click that link if you would like to join us for the half-day virtual retreat, 3 keys to free yourself from codependency and get the love you want. All right, my darlings, lots of love. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.